YouTube, what the crap's going on? Welcome back to my Fay Enchantress campaign. We're going to continue where we left off after the live stream. So it's going fairly good for us right now. Lewin is recruiting some more troops. And someone was saying that I should probably bring Alberic outside the castle to help protect him so he can't get attacked without being able to get reinforced. So I'll do that. And let's see. Yep, should be good. The Fay Enchantress is chasing down these scaling, and I've got my peasant protection force back here as well that's going to help try and keep those guys at bay. So let's see what we can do in terms of fighting back Chaos. And we just had that big battle with the Warherds of Chaos, which left them in pretty rough shape, but also left Lewin's force fairly tattered. But he did fight off an overwhelming number of Chaos, so it was pretty sweet the way that happened. She's got the unicorn. The Lady's Mantle helps her against missiles. She's got regrowth. I'm going to see here. Shield of Thorns gives extra weapon damage. Flesh to Stone could be kind of cool. But let's just go ahead and work on this one right here, the regrowth. Keeping Lewin or a cavalry unit alive is going to be the most clutch use for the lady. Let's go ahead and throw the lady's mantle up here too, and then this maybe, I guess the aura of the lady could be good. This damsel lore of lice, I still need to get to level 6 before we can get the horse. Let's go flesh to stone, because she can use that to help protect the paladin or Alberic. There we go. I think someone still had an upgrade that I missed. I'll go take care of it in a moment. So there's Prince Sigvald. He was the only one that didn't get killed, and he's the reason why that the Warriors of Chaos didn't get annihilated entirely. The Warherds of Chaos are going to take off running. The Scaling is going to run away, of course, because they're cowards. Bunch of cowards. Casualty replenishment rate, -10. I don't want minus casualty replenishment rate, so I guess I'm just going to have to suffer with less campaign movement range, which is irritating. So that definitely means Chaos is going to get away from me. I need to let Scaling tear down Marienburg so I can resettle it. That would actually be pretty beneficial for me. What's with the vampires settling Helmgart? I'm not really sure I'm okay with that.
Warrior King. King Lewin.
Lewin's going to need some protection for a few turns. Yeah, I'm not okay with the vampires taking one of my settlements here. And the vampires are a fairly strong faction, but it looks like they've taken a beating from Chaos, and I'm going to knock them around a little bit and kick them out of Helmgart. I'm not going to let all that vampiric corruption get settled in here, so I'm definitely going to do something about the vampires. And speaking of, let's go in here. We get +10 leadership and then less attrition and chivalry for victory. So let's go ahead and finish this one real quick since we're going to go to war with the vampires anyway. Helene the Guardian to get the flesh to show. Stone. Let's do the Life Bloom. Gives just a smidge of healing to all your troops. I've got a little bit of cash. And let's spend it upgrading Altdorf here. Do I still have decent trade going? What's my, Yeah, I still have quite a bit of trade going on, so it actually kind of makes sense for me to get a hold of this pottery, because that should drive income pretty nicely, assuming that I'm still actually got open trade routes and stuff, which I think I do. So we definitely need to recover a little bit on income. Part of the reason my income's back up just a little bit right now is because I'm retraining Lewin's very expensive army. Okay, Sigvald moves in. He's going to attack one of my settlements. This is good. This should bring him within striking distance. Sorry, I hit the microphone there, but the AI actually gets to run off after raising stuff, so yeah, he is within striking distance. But that also is going to leave Lewin's army somewhat exposed if I move away from him, but he should be safe for a turn or two. I don't think there's enemies. There is actually this stack of Varg that could get close enough to hurt him. But I'm going to take Alberic and try and face off with Sigvald. Ooh, 5 Chaos Knights. And he's got 2 chosen with great weapons. But yeah, I've definitely got the means to defeat his army. Let's see if he'll fight us. And again, this is going to be a bit risky to leave Lewin out here, but let's that vampire army led by Gorse that settled this just ran off, and this province is probably going to rebel. Especially with the lady here reducing vampiric corruption. Let's see what the current status is here, though. Vampiric corruption is actually increasing, and chaos corruption is increasing at the moment too, despite the huge influence that the lady has on that. Let's save up our money. We might need it. So I've completed the research that's going to give me bonuses versus the vampires if we go to war with them, but it's also ruined my relationship with them. But that's okay. Who needs a relationship with the vampires anyway? I sure don't. Alright. Sigvald's going to attack me. It's giving him huge chances. Banner of Eternal Flame, so this should cause one of my units to do flaming damage. Don't know that that's particularly important here, but let's give it to one of the Grail Knights, because they do magic damage, and we could change it to where it's flaming damage too. That'll be fun. Alright, let's fight against Sigvald. Like I said, it says he's going to win. I strongly doubt it. But let's see. He does have a lot of Chaos Knights. And the Chaos Knights, they're not the ones with lances. The Chaos Knights with lances actually perform pretty decent against Grail Knights. So Sigvald is going to have the advantage of having artillery, which means that he is going to camp on the hill. The best way for me... He attacked me, though, so I can basically pull back and force Sigvald to move forward to come off the hill. I'm going to support my main line with Grail Guardians.
We are ready.
And is she on foot still? She is, which means we're going to want to keep her near the Grail Guardians. Okay. I think the Paladin's on foot too. Yes, he is. So we're going to regroup all these guys back into Group 1. Alberic can fly. Actually, let's do that. I have the 2 field trebuchets, so I still have some range to face off against Chaos. I'm going to put these guys up front too, so that they'll be the first ones to take shots from the Hell Cannon. I'm going to spread them out a little bit too. Okay. Okay, let's start the deployment. Alright, again, I win if the time runs out, so Chaos has to attack me. What's the range here? 440 range on my trebuchet, 420 range, so I'll be able to at least return artillery fire. And I'm going to keep all my units out of the range of the Hell Cannon for as long as possible. Okay. I need to take cavalry fights close enough to the healing range of the lady here, the damsel. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward because it's going to take Chaos a minute to come up here. I'm going to target their chosen with my field trebuchet if that is an option.
Stop firing.
Don't fire at will, you will fire at what I tell you to fire at. Chosen with great weapons, both right up front, so it should be an easy target. I'm thinking Chaos will come forward because of my artillery regardless of their Hell Cannon. And let's just make sure we are plenty far back. There we go. I don't want to give Chaos any shots with their Hell Cannons into my field trebuchet. Okay, we now have range. Chosen with great weapons are going to be the target. I'm going to get a little bit closer. I'm probably playing it a little bit safe here. I think Chaos will choose to target. Okay, Field Trebuchet have already gotten some good hits on the Chosen. We've killed 10 of them already. The Hell Cannons are in range, but it's almost like they want my cavalry. Okay, the Hell Cannons are now going to have range on my infantry, but I'm going to move up and attack. My Field Trebuchet keep dropping shots here. Nice hits. Really nice hits. Let's try and put some damage on the other one. The Hell Cannons are going to try and open fire on me now, so I'm going to swing Alberic back here to silence them, because they are going to do immense damage to my infantry. Okay, I'm going to charge in with my infantry. Turn around and get this chariot. Alright, cavalry fights are going well. The Hell Cannons are taking a beating. Target these halberds. You guys intercept them, take down the chariots. Said the cavalry fights are going very well for me. Shut these guys down. Hell Cannons are getting killed. Probably just shooting my own guys here. Let's change targets for a moment. I think my paladin just got killed by Sigvald. And my lady is going to be in grave danger. In fact, she's going to die probably, so I'm going to run away for a second, see if I can keep her alive just momentarily. Mop up this cavalry fight already. I need these Grail Guardians to come save the lady from these Chaos Warriors. We're about to wrap this up over here. I think the Hell Cannons are dead enough for the moment. Let's get Alberic back here. Let's come back and shut down the chariots. Shut the chariots down. Alright, let's keep our damsels safe. The Grail Guardians got in just in time. We're about to wrap up this flank, so we can bring this cavalry back in. Do a trident there to help out a little bit. Let's get in here. Grail Guardians are holding strong. Let's wipe out that cavalry real quick. Probably time to stop firing with the trebuchet. There's the bigger healing opportunity over here. Okay, the chariots did come back. This is kind of an issue. See if we can use the paladin to finish off that chariot real quick. Our cavalry's breaking back through this flank now. My Grail Guardians took a pretty good savaging, but at the same time they're holding out strong. What else is in here? There's some Chaos Warriors. I'm going to pull out of there and run a good rear charge here. Should be able to shut down this Chaos Blob over here. Let's bring our Guardians back to safety, away from the combat. Alright, now everybody's broken. Run Sigvald down. Alright, so now we just got these Chaos stunties that were manning the Hell Cannon. So it said this was going to be an easy win for Chaos in the auto-resolve. That was obviously not true. Questing Knights cleaned up some kills in this combat. Alright, so that was going to be a great result for us. So we should be able to get our army back and heal it up too. I don't know if we actually lost any units. We'll see. I'd like to kill Sigvald here before he routes off the battlefield, but you know how it is trying to lock down a single unit. Actually, he's going down pretty quick at this point, so let's go ahead and fast forward and make sure that Sigvald is Sigvald the Dead rather than the Magnificent. So, clutch cavalry in this game, clutch cavalry. Grail Knights and Questing Knights combined extremely nice versus the Chaos Knights, and then they are all extremely good in combat afterwards. Questing Knights with their huge armor-piercing damage toward infantry, again, extremely useful. Field Trebuchet racked up some kills, probably killed a few of my own. Alberic took out the Hell Cannon, so nice coordination of all the troops there. We are going to keep our Paladin, we're going to keep every single unit. So Sigvald's army is still right in front of us. I'm going to wipe it out real quick.
My strength and wisdom are yours. Onward.
Somehow he was able to flee a huge distance away from me. The vampires are now in this vicinity. I'm going to have to bring this army back and heal up. Altdorf. Yeah, I really don't like the vampires having the stuff that's going to be causing extra corruption. And we really need to get rid of this like portal thing here that Chaos left here, because I think that it's going to continue to spread. Chaos corruption. Vampiric corruption still spreading as well.
Pious.
Yeah, I don't think we can use this Exemplar, which ranks up stuff. Or no, Drillmaster does. Chivalrous actually reduces corruption and stuff as well, which is nice, but I'd rather get him up on the Barded Warhorse and make him more useful at this point. Okay, so we are doing okay. Our allies are faltering a little, but really the vampires are probably our only real potential enemy other than Chaos, and we've got Chaos in check, and we're in a fairly defensible position with 3 armies. The vampires, though, just waltzing around through my land. I'm not a big fan of this. I may have given them military access, though. I don't recall. So it may be my own fault. Okay, Warriors of Chaos are destroyed. Fantastic. So that means that in terms of the overall victory objectives, victory conditions, really, so it has nothing to do with Chaos and the victory conditions. That's cool. You have to complete the Errantry War battle, and then attain 1,000 chivalry. It has nothing to do with Chaos. That's pretty cool, though. I like that, how the victory conditions are different. I really do. I think that's neat.
King Lewin.
I think it's time for us to put a beat down on the vampires. No one else is probably going to like the vampires. If I take this army back here to Altdorf and let Alberic do some replenishment, I can take this army from Lewin, which is mostly retrained, though not entirely, and I can bring it down here to support the Fay.
Stands with you. Farewell.
Do I have any agreements with the vampires? Because it's going to be unchivalrous if I break those agreements. No, I have 0 treaties with the vampires, and they don't like me, and I don't like them. And I have a lot of allies too, so let's do it.
Who wishes the grave? Witness her power.
Okay. So my allies join me. The vampires are going to run.
I protect Bretonnia.
And let's go shut down these vampire scum. And that'll be the end of this, well, close to the end of this episode. We're going to have to wipe out the vampires. they are going to be problematic, so we're going to have to go take a lot of their land. The thing is I don't want to open myself up and make it more difficult for me to defend, so this may be more just a war of beating the living daylights out of the vampires until they succumb, and I get some of the provinces I want, and then, you know, make sure to get my economy built and everything else, and then move on from that point. Oh my goodness, this army is absurd. I'm gonna take a questing knight and a guardian on each flank. Let's get this main line, and then 2 questing knights and hard group. And then the 1 questing knight and the Grail Guardian over here, we're gonna group them. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. I have got an amazing flying goon squad. Let's actually just get the 2 Grail Guardians, stick them over here. Let's kill group 2 and group 3. Not literally kill, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna put the Enchantress and the Damsel in here, and I'm gonna leave the Paladin with them to help protect as well. I'm gonna hard group this. I'm then gonna take all my questing knights. I'm gonna throw these guys into group 1, except I'm gonna... No. Let's disband group 1. Questing knights, just like that. Okay. Okay, they are now hard grouped, and then I want my flying goon squad. Oh my goodness, look at this goon squad. Alright, I don't think my Blessed Trebuchet is going to do a lot, but whatever. Here it is. Alright, so group 1. Start the battle. Start moving up against the vampires. Got some Hex Wraiths out here. Our Grail Guardians will absolutely slaughter Hex Wraiths because of my magic attacks. The Fay Enchantress has magic attacks, the Damsel has magic attacks, and Sir Patchy has magic attacks. So yeah, not looking good for the Hex Wraiths. We're going to charge the Hex Wraiths. Just attack, everybody attack these guys. There we go. Let's get our goon squad. Come fly into the back of these Blood Knights and shut them down real quick. And attack with the main line. Corpse cart. Okay, the Blood Knights are getting whacked by our goon squad. Yep, Blood Knights are just about dead. Our mainline engagement's going on. Goon Squad wiped out the Blood Knights. Group 2 is wiping out what's left of these Black Knights and Bats. So our Goon Squad's on the move. Let's bring it behind the vampires. And let's get the Enchantress. Throw some healing down out here. I'm gonna actually hard group these guys so I can get a devastating rear charge on multiple units. And group 2 can roll in. So there we go, got rear charges all along the lines against the vampires. And that should send them into almost an instant crumble. And then the Enchantress and her group's coming up. Drop a Flesh to Stone, Shield of Thorns. Start dropping all kinds of magic in here just because I can. And we're replenishing at a phenomenal rate right now, so might as well. We can like go just like absolutely crazy with magic. Look at all the magic we just threw out there with the Enchantress because of her ability. And look, we're still regenerating magic at an alarming rate. Alright, so the vampires got absolutely throttled there. We got gold chevron Pegasus. That's awesome. Gold chevron questing knights. Silver chevron foot squires. So this army is very, very potent.
I cleanse. Morgiana. Her will guides me.
Okay, we're going to move in and wipe out the vampires there. I'm going to bring Lewin back to help defend... Well, he's going to have to defend himself at the moment. The vampires may have the range to attack me, but I think they'll regret it. I don't think it's going to be a move that they'll be pleased with in the end. So, yep, I got a few more minutes to keep things going here. We need to finish the recruitment for Lewin, but I'm going to have to wait until he's in a settlement. This prophetess here. We can get the barded warhorse. Let's do that. Alright, so the peasant queen. We've got so much chivalry. We've still got the green knight too, and I can call on him as needed. But right now he's not even really needed. Let's see if the vampires push me or maybe start begging for peace. The vampires are going to be at war with a lot of people, so they may very well start suing for peace. Oh, I guess I was going to have to finish that research at some point, though I'm not real happy about it. Because now the Wood Elves are going to be less friendly with me because of that 50 penalty, but they still like me. But it says it's deteriorating. I don't know, we'll see. If we have to, we'll wipe out the Elves too. The vampires are running off towards Isleheart, it looks like, and I could save the Empire there, or I could just take Helmgart for myself, so I'm going to do the selfish thing and occupy Helmgart.
Deem your quest worthy.
And maybe the vampires will open up that other settlement for me.
Bretonnia.
Helmon Gorst is off here, but his army is going to be pathetically underwhelming.
I shall do what I can.
Alright, the encampment. I'm still missing 3 units, so I need 1 more questing knight. And then maybe a couple more Grail Knights. There we go. So I want Lewin's army to be full. Income generated. Let's drive up trade. Let's maybe get the first tier of defenses at Altdorf, because it's going to be threatened quite often. That's about all the time I have for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed this one. If you did enjoy it, make sure to subscribe. Click my icon down there in the bottom right hand. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate MSI sponsoring the build that I'm recording with. HeirofCarthage signing out.